Hello YouTube and welcome to the channel. Now then, today's video has been very kindly sponsored by WPL. They've sent me a little winch kit, so we are going to be fitting and assembling this winch kit to our kit C34 here. Now if you want any of the products mentioned in this video, I'll leave some affiliate links in the description below, and if you click on them you'll be doing this channel a massive favour. Anyway, before we begin, there's a couple of things, a couple of small modifications since I last made a video on the C34, and one is I fitted a Dean's connector to the power supply, so I can use all my 1500 milliamp hour WL Toys batteries. The second is I've actually removed the ESC that I put on it in a previous video. To be fair, it wasn't really doing it any favours, and if anything the low down crawl control in second gear was worse, so I took it off. But that's got to be testament to how good the standard WPL electronics are. So anyway, enough of the waffle, let's get into fitting the winch. And I'm quite looking forward to this because I really want to see what this thing is like. And in the bag you get all the bits and pieces that you need, hopefully, and you get some instructions as well. So I'll have a little peruse of the instructions and we'll get on to fitting this winch. So our first job is to solder the little wires provided in the kit onto the winch motor, and I've just plugged it into the receiver, and as you can see there it lives in the top slot above the steering and 2-speed servo positions. So let's just give it a quick try, make sure it works. Yeah, and you can use that slider there for the winch on the controller, but yeah, that's all working. So next step is to, there we go, start assembling it into its plastic housing. Well, that didn't take long. I've made my first mistake already. On the instructions you're supposed to put the wires through this little hole on the back of this winch mounting plate, if you like. I forgot to do that before I soldered the wires onto the motor, and obviously you can't, with the plug attached and them attached to the motor, you can't actually get it through the hole anymore. But I've cheated slightly and just cut away a little bit of plastic just so I can slide them in. So if you're assembling one of these, make sure you put those wires through that little hole first, save yourself a lot of mither. So the next step is the winch drum itself, so I'll go ahead, make that bit up and get back to you. Okay, that's our little drum installed. I've actually gone ahead and wrapped some of the winch cable round. There's two tiny screws behind this back plate here. Don't forget to put those in like I did. I really must remember to read the instructions, but don't forget to put those in, otherwise it's very difficult sometimes to get the actual drum back off the spline on the gearbox. And while we're talking about the gearbox, you probably can't tell on the video, but they're all metal gears inside. It's quite impressive really. Next up is the actual guide rollers and the hook for the end of the winch cable. That's the rollers installed. I'm a little bit unsure as to the routing of the cable at the moment, but I've just taken it through the top two there and underneath the bottom one. But the last thing to do is put the little gearbox cover on and tie on the plastic hook onto the end of the cable. So let's go ahead and do that. So there we have it, one little winch, and it looks absolutely fantastic, I must say. Now when I attached the hook, not only did I put a little knot in the cable, I also put a blob of super glue onto the knot just to keep it from going anywhere. But the next job is to find a location, or suitable location for it. Now I think on the C34 you can mount it between these two bumper rails. So I'm going to take the bumper off and see if it's something like. Right, so there you have it. It fits neatly between the two bumper rails. Now, I'm not 100% sure how you secure it on, but all I've done is a couple of little screws, self-tapping screws, a couple of little washers, and tighten them up until they grip the bottom of the two frame rails. Now, if I wasn't so lazy, I could drill a couple of holes in either side and put some couple of little self-tappers in either side to hold the body of the winch in. But I've got a feeling, because that sits up against the front of the C34, it's not going to go anywhere anyway. So anyway, let's get this little bad boy mounted up and see what it's like. Okay, that's the winch mounted up, plugged into the receiver, so there's nothing else to do but actually try it. So let's give it a whirl. So we've got our controller, we use that little slider there. So, oh, wrong way. Oh, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Right, let's pull something with it. Let me find something we can pull with. Okay, I've just attached it to an old MN frame. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's absolutely fantastic. And I'm not sure how powerful it is. Let's see if we can lift the front of the truck up. Right, then I've got hold of the one end. Let's see if we can lift its own weight. Oh, wrong way. Oh. Yes, it can. No problem at all. That's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Let's try it outside. Right, I'll fix the hook end onto the bridge. I'm going to try and use the winch to pull us out of this gully. So here goes. It's actually doing it. That is absolutely fantastic. It's been raining all day and this bridge is absolutely treacherous. I can't get up it using just the Jeep's wheels, so I've tied the winch on to that piece of wood there and I'm going to try and use the winch to pull me up, see if it'll do it. Here goes. I'm not joking, it is actually doing it. That's absolutely fantastic. This climb up the rocks is another bit we've been struggling with, so I don't know if you can see there, I've attached the winch to that anchor point there and I'm going to try and use it to pull us up. Let's have a go. Ooh. Oh, that is absolutely phenomenal. I'm gobsmacked. It actually works as well as it does. Back inside now. And what did we think of WPL's winch? Well, I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm going to apologise to WPL now. I did not think that that was going to work. When I was building it up, I was looking at that little motor and those little tiny gears and the little piece of string stroke cable. And I was thinking, nah, that's not going to pull anything. I could not be more wrong. It actually works, and works a treat as well. I mean, those obstacles I took it on, when it's a bit greasy and wet and there's a bit of dirt or mud on the tyres, it's virtually impossible to climb or get up them. But you just hook the winch onto something, put some tension on it, and using the throttle and the winch at the same time, you just pull yourself up. It's just like a proper, genuine winch. I was really surprised, and pleasantly so. I mean, it's dead easy to use as well, because you can sort of lie the controller on its side and sort of using the throttle and the winch button at the same time, and you can sort of stretch to the steering as well. You can sort of steer, throttle and winch yourself up. Like I say, I'm gobsmacked how well it worked. I'm genuinely impressed, so well done WPL for that. Would I recommend anyone buys one? Absolutely. If you've got the Res V3 system and you haven't got one of these winches, even if you go and buy one, because even if you don't use it, you've got the kudos of having a fully functional miniature winch on the front of your truck. What's not to like? And like I say, it works a treat. I can't recommend it highly enough. It was brilliant. As ever, a big thank you to WPL for supplying the winch for today's video. They shipped it in, oh god, it couldn't have been more than 8 working days to the UK from China, so it was dead quick. They've got them on the official store. What I'll do is I'll leave some affiliate links in the description to the winch and the rest of the C34, all the bits and pieces I've used. And if you want to consider doing the channel a massive favour, please click one of those affiliate links and have a look around the official store, because the footfall generated through those links makes it more attractive to WPL for supplying more bits for me to review and build for you guys. So in effect, it means more content like this. So if you would do that for me, that would be fantastic. As ever, if you found this video of some use and interest, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you're feeling that way inclined, hit that subscribe button for more future content. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you again soon. Thank you.